Hi, Cancer. Today we're going to look at October 7th, 2025, and that's the full moon in Aries. And if this reading inspires you today, subscribe, like, and comment below and tell me about your autumn traditions. And I love to read the comments, so keep them coming and make them spicy. Okay, so let's talk about numerology for that day. And the number for that day is 8. And the number 8 represents strength, responsibility, balance, and karmic cycles of power. So for Cancer, this number emphasizes how you hold authority in your life, whether you lean into resilience or allow burdens to define you. So you may feel pressure to step up in your career or family life, perhaps juggling more responsibilities than usual. And the number 8 reminds you that true power lies in balance, not in carrying every weight alone. Now, in astrology, we're going to talk about the moon because it's a full moon. And the full moon activates your 10th house of career, reputation, and public image. It shines a spotlight on your ambitions, achievements, and the legacy you're building. So the sun is in Libra. That's your 4th house. And that talks about family and home. And it's opposite the moon in Aries, your 10th house, and that's career and public life. So balance between private life and professional life is tested. So you may realize that family obligations have been pulling you away from career goals, prompting a decision to restore balance. Mercury's in Libra. That's your 4th house. That talks about communication at home. So conversations center on family matters and emotional security. So you might sit down with a family member to discuss how responsibilities are shared, aiming for fairness. Venus is in Virgo, your 3rd house. That talks about communication and learning. So Venus enhances charm in your words and practical kindness in daily exchanges. So you may find that clear, thoughtful communication helps smooth over the misunderstandings with coworkers or siblings. And Mars is in Cancer, your 1st house. Talks about self-identity and personal energy. Mars empowers you directly, intensifying your drive to act and assert yourself. So you may feel a surge of energy to stand up for yourself, take a leadership role, or initiate long-delayed changes. Now, get over there. Talk about the tarot cards that I pulled for you. And the first one was the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands talks about confidence and charisma and leadership. The Queen of Wands represents courage and magnetic presence. She encourages you to step into your power with warmth and confidence. So you may find yourself asked to take a lead in a work project or family matter where your influence inspires others. And here's your advice. Trust your inner fire. You have the ability to lead by example, blending boldness with compassion. Next, we have the Devil, but he came out reversed. So, the Devil reversed. That talks about release and freedom and breaking chains. So in reverse, the Devil shows liberation, cutting ties with toxic patterns, fears, or unhealthy attachments. This is a card of breaking free. So you may finally step away from a draining relationship, an addictive habit, or limiting mindset that has held you back. So here's your advice. Don't let fear masquerade as safety. Claim your freedom by choosing what empowers you, not what controls you. Then another reverse card, that's the 3 of Pentacles, and it's reversed. So that talks about disconnection and lack of teamwork and misalignment. So this card reversed suggests breakdowns in collaboration or difficulty in working towards shared goals. So you may notice tension in the work team or family dynamic where people aren't on the same page. Here's your advice. Don't carry the whole load yourself. Step back, assess the alignment of values, and only invest energy where true cooperation exists. So now let's look at how this day affects Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Cancer, Sun. Big sign. Your focus is on leadership and career. So this full moon reveals where you're ready to step up and where you must break free from limiting dynamics. So for example, you may decide to leave behind a draining partnership at work and take on the role that better suits your talents. Cancer Moon. Emotionally, you're ready to shed old attachments and habits that have weighed you down. Freedom brings peace. So you may notice an emotional cycle repeating and finally choose to release it instead of carrying its weight. Cancer Rising. Outwardly, you appear more assertive and bold. Others notice your confidence growing as you step into a more empowered role. So you may surprise people with your willingness to take charge in a situation where you used to hold back. So here's a summary of what this day means to Cancer. So this full moon in Aries illuminates your public life and career path. So the Queen of Wands calls for confidence and leadership. The Devil reversed shows liberation with toxic cycles, and the Three of Pentacles reversed highlights where teamwork may falter. So this is a moment of reclaiming power and walking away from what no longer supports your growth. So here's the real life takeaway. Step into leadership with confidence. Release unhealthy attachments and limiting fears, and invest in relationships and collaborations that align with your values. So here's the advice for Cancer on this day. Use this full moon to shed the chains that no longer serve you. Lead with courage, trust your independence, and align with those who share your vision. Freedom and confidence are your gateways to progress. Thank you, Cancer. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in your next reading.